This is probably going to be my introduction video, and right away I want you to know one thing. I'm not going to talk about myself. Honestly, I'm nobody, and you're not here because to know who I am. You're here because you want to make some money. Today we are going to talk about trading. We are not jumping straight into the charts, indicators or strategies. We are going to talk about trading as a profession and what it actually takes. As most of you probably already know, trading is the activity of buying and selling financial instruments with the goal of making money from the price movements. Probably also heard a lot of people say that trading is a scam, that trading is gambling, that nobody really makes money from it, and honestly, for a lot of people, because for them trading was gambling. Not because trading itself is gambling, but because they never understood what they were doing. Maybe they made some money, maybe they didn't, but if they did, it was probably because of luck, not because they had a real understanding of the market. What most of people never talk about are the nights where you can sleep. There are nights where you're lying in bed, wondering, will this ever work for me? Am I wasting my time? Will trading ever give me the freedom I'm looking for? Most of people never go through that part. They don't go through the frustration, the self-doubt, the months of feeling like they're making no progress. They quit long before they get there. And honestly, maybe that's for the best. Because if somebody quits the moment things get difficult, they're probably not ready to handle what comes next. Trading is not for everybody or everyone, and that's the truth. Trading is one of few professions where making $10 and making $10,000 follow the same exact process. The principle doesn't change, the discipline doesn't change, the rules don't change. No, that doesn't mean if you're making $10 today, you'll make $10,000 tomorrow. Not at all. It means that once you're capable of consistently making $10, you're finally developing the skill that could eventually allow you to make much more. That's when the real journey starts, because it's much harder to do the same thing correctly every single day than it is to have a great days in a row. The market doesn't reward people who work the hardest for a week. The market rewards people who can stay consistent for years. That's why your strategy is not the most important thing. The most important thing is the ability to follow the strategy. If you can't follow your own rules the next month the same way you followed them during your first week, don't expect progress. Trading is not sprint, trading is a marathon. There will be periods where you do everything right and still don't see any profits. Maybe for a week, maybe for a month, maybe for even more months. But that doesn't mean what are you doing doesn't work. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're starting from here. You follow your strategy, you follow your rules, you start seeing some progress, then a difficult market period comes in, you give back the most of what you made and end up close to where you started. And that's when your mind starts playing games with you. You start questioning everything. You start wondering if your strategy even works. You start looking for you start looking for something new. You start over trading. You start to take trades that you normally wouldn't take, and let's say you get lucky for some time. Let's say you make money. Sooner or later you'll lose it all. Trust me, because luck cannot save bad habits forever. Eventually you'll end up in a worse position than if you had simply followed your plan from the beginning. And then you start again and again, until one day you finally realize that the problem wasn't the strategy, the problem was that you couldn't stay disciplined. The moment you become truly committed to your process and your system, things begin to change. Not only the trading result, but in the way you think, the way you react, the way you make decisions. And if you stay consistent long enough, you'll see progress. Not just financially, but personally as well. I hope this video gave you a better understanding of what trading really is and what it demands from you, because trading isn't called the hardest way to make easy money for no reason. One day you'll understand exactly what that means. So that's it for this introduction. On my profile you'll find lessons about the fundamentals of time and price, which are the essential for anyone getting started. For everything else, feel free to leave a comment or contact me through my social media. So see you.